Hi everyone, today in this video I will be talking about theorem based on right cosets and left cosets. Before starting this theorem, let me give you some information about right cosets and left cosets. So let's get started. I am considering HA and B and HB as two right cosets. These HA and HB can be disjoint. Okay. That means HA and intersection HB is equals to phi. Suppose this HA and HB are not disjoint, then they are identical. That means this entire right coset HA is equals to this entire right coset HB. For example, if HA contains 1, 2, 3, 4 as elements and this contains HB contains 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5, 7 as elements. Then take the intersection of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4 intersection 1, 2, 5, 7. These two contain 1, 2 as common. 1, 2 as common. But this right coset should contain all the 4 elements as same. That means if HA contains 1, 2, 3, 4 as elements, HB should also contain 1, 2, 3, 4 as elements. Then they are identical. But this is not possible in right cosets and left cosets. Okay. If suppose this is HA and this is HB, this entire HA also intersects with entire HB. That means HA and HB contains all the elements as common. This is not possible here. See, here this is HA and this is HB. These two contain 1, 2 as common elements and 3, 4 are left here and 5, 6 are left here. This is not possible in right cosets. Okay, this is applicable for left cosets as well. So here is the theorem. The theorem says any two right cosets of a subgroup H of a group G are either identical or disjoint. So here we have to prove that two cosets, right cosets, are disjoint or identical. Okay. So let's get started. Coming to proof. First, let us consider HA and HB as two right cosets. Let HA and HB be two right cosets of a group G. So, I am considering HA and HB as two right cosets. In this theorem, it contains two cases. Okay. Case 1. I am supposing HA and HB are disjoint. If HA and HB are disjoint. And another case is if HA and HB are not disjoint. Okay. So, if HA and HB are disjoint, that means HA intersection HB is equals to phi. Then there is nothing to prove here. Obviously it is true, right? So then there is nothing to prove. Now coming to case 2. If HA and HB are not disjoint. I have told you some information about right cosets earlier. So this is the proof of that information. Okay. If HA and HB are not disjoint, then they contain at least one element in common, right? HA and HB have at least one element in common, and let that element be C. Say C. Okay. That means C belongs to HA and C belongs to right coset HB. Okay. Now C will be in the form of first element of H subgroup H, H1. Okay. And A as it is. Okay. Next this one. C is equals to elements of subgroup H2. Let us suppose H2 belongs to subgroup H and B as it is. Here H1 comma H2 belongs to subgroup H. Okay. Observe here. See, it also contains C. This element also contains C. So these two can be equated, right? So I am equating these two. H1A is equals to H2B. Okay. Now I am taking H1 inverse on both sides. Okay. H1 inverse into H1A, H1 inverse into H2B. Okay. Now applying associative law. H1 inverse H1. Okay. A outside, H1 inverse H2B outside. Okay. Next, H1 inverse into H1 is E, right, into A. I am taking this as H3, okay, into B, where H3 is equals to H1 inverse into H2. E into A is E, okay, is equals to H3B. Now I am multiplying subgroup H on both sides. HA is equals to H into H3B. In the previous video, I have told that if H belongs to subgroup H, then H into H is equals to subgroup H. Likewise, here H3 is belonging to H, then H into H3 is equals to subgroup H, right? So, H into H3 is equals to subgroup H into B, B as it is. HA is equals to HB. So I have considered HA and HB are not disjoint. Then I have got this entire right coset is equals to and this entire right coset HB. Okay. If they are not disjoint, then all the elements should be equal. This is the concept of this theorem. Okay. I hope you understood this theorem. Thanks for watching.